The sun was dipping into a soft golden haze when the staff elevator of Arden Enterprise rattled open, and CEO Marissa Hale stepped out, her heels clicking on the marble. She had stayed late reviewing reports, but a faint, rhythmic coughing sound from the cleaning bay caught her attention. Curiosity turned her footsteps toward the noise. There she saw Evan Cross, the quiet single-dad janitor, pressing a trembling hand against his chest as he folded worn cleaning rags into a bucket. Something about the exhaustion on his face forced her to look twice. She had seen employees tired, but this looked like a man silently drowning. For reasons she couldn't explain, she couldn't look away. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and life-changing moments, please like, comment, share, subscribe to Life Spark Stories. Your support helps us create more heartfelt stories. Marissa watched Evan finish packing his old, dented bicycle basket with leftover bread rolls from the break room, food he had quietly saved instead of eating. When he finally left the building, she felt an unexpected pull and followed him at a distance. It wasn't suspicion. It wasn't concern for property. Something deeper, instinct, compassion pushed her forward. The evening light painted the busy streets gold as Evan pedaled slowly, his shoulders heavy, like the world was hanging onto them. He passed the bus stops, the markets, the lit cafes where families laughed together, and entered a quieter neighborhood where homes grew smaller and older. Finally, he reached a tiny duplex with peeling paint and a yard that looked like it hadn't seen rest in years. Marissa stood back behind a tree as he locked his bicycle and hurried inside. Moments later, a soft glow appeared through a cracked window, and inside she saw a little boy around 8 years old, sitting on the floor with crayons scattered around him. Evan knelt in front of him, offering the bread rolls and whispering apologies she couldn't hear, but could somehow feel. His hands shook when he brushed the boy's hair. His son smiled anyway, like he was grateful just to have him home. Marissa swallowed hard. She had heard rumors, whispers that the janitor worked 2 jobs, that he never missed a shift, that he refused help. But seeing the truth made her chest tighten. The next morning, Marissa arrived early, hours before anyone expected her. When Evan pushed in the mop cart, she watched him with a new awareness. His uniform was washed but worn thin. His eyes were gentle but tired. He avoided eye contact like a man used to being overlooked. Throughout the day, she caught herself studying him, noticing the care he put into every task, how he greeted people quietly, how he never complained. She found herself wanting to understand him more. That evening, she followed him again, not out of doubt, but out of worry. When she saw him stop at the pharmacy, counting coins in his palm before buying medicine, she felt a sting of guilt for every time she had walked past him without seeing him. Then she saw him donate the last few coins into a small charity box outside the door. Even with nothing, he still gave. By the 3rd day, she couldn't stay silent. He finished cleaning her office. She gently asked him about his son, his health, his life. At first, Evan stiffened, embarrassed, but her voice softened, and slowly he opened his heart. He told her about losing his wife to an accident, about raising little Aiden, about working 2 shifts so his son could stay in school. He didn't say it proudly, he said it like a confession, like he feared being judged for struggling. But Marissa didn't judge him. She admired him. The next week, a meeting was called. Every department waited anxiously as Marissa spoke about the importance of unseen workers, the ones who carried burdens no one noticed. Then she announced a new program: full education scholarships for employees' children, medical support for single-parent staff, and wage improvements for janitorial and maintenance teams. No one understood what inspired the sudden change except Evan, who stood in the back, eyes shining with gratitude he couldn't voice. Days later, she visited his home, not as a CEO, as a human being. She brought groceries, books for Aiden, and a promise that their lives were about to change for the better. Evan broke down, not in weakness, but in relief. His son hugged Marissa like she was a miracle. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to LifeSpark Stories. Engagement pushes our stories to more people who need hope.